So the year was 2022. I was a senior in college and I was finishing up my degree. And as someone who was finishing up their degree and about to graduate college, as you can imagine, for most people, the only thing I really wanted to do was party and drink and have fun. And so that's what I did, baby. I did a lot of drinking, a lot of binge drinking, like most people in college. After months and months of doing that, it really started to wear down on me, not only physically, but mentally and spiritually as well. I think that as human beings, and specifically as young men, I can obviously only speak for men, but in order to find real fulfillment in life, we have to have a genuine purpose. And that purpose has to be with the aim of building something that's not currently in the world yet, but that we can envision, right? Like making something bigger or better. And the issue with hedonism, the reason why the party lifestyle doesn't work in the long term is because it doesn't build anything. There's no actual real fulfillment in it. It's simply just shots and shots of instant gratification and really just dopamine hits. So it's really fun in the moment when you're drinking with your buddies and doing all the stuff and hanging out, whatever. But then in the morning when you wake up, what do you really even have? Just regrets and a hangover. And it's so funny because in the moment back then I was like, dude, why am I feeling depressed? Why am I anxious? Like, what's going on? But now looking back on it, I'm like, hey, dummy, of course you're anxious. Like, you just drank a fifth of vodka last night. And, sometimes when you're in the hole, the answers that are right in front of you, you can be totally blinded to it, right? Like, clearly the answer was that I wasn't living a good lifestyle, but I was totally blinded to it because I wasn't even looking for the answer, right? Like, I was just feeling bad and that was it. So yeah, and I'm sure if you're in my age group, if you're a young man, 18 to 25, you've probably had experiences like this, maybe not in the same exact way, but just trying to figure shit out. And so what I'd like to do in this video is really just offer you some advice on how I really made my life more peaceful, more productive, but also more fun too, because I'm actually having more fun without all the hedonism. So the very first thing I'd recommend is get your body in check. If you watched any of my other videos, you know that this was going to be the first tip, is to start exercising and changing your diet. Generally, what I recommend for young men is really start weightlifting. That's going to have the quickest, biggest, most impactful thing you can do on yourself is just building muscle, making your body and your mind stronger through weightlifting. Next is to go ahead and switch over your diet from the processed crap that you're probably eating now over to like a more organic, whole food kind of vibe, like chicken, steak, rice, eggs, fruit, all the stuff you already know. Like, you don't need me really, if you're being honest, to tell you what foods you should eat. You probably already know what you should eat, and you probably already know what you shouldn't eat. It's just a matter of actually executing on it. So be honest right now, like, do you kind of know like what the healthy foods are, and do you kind of know like what bad foods are? If the answer is yes, which is 99% of people, then just do it. You know what to do. So just do it. Eat the right foods. It'll be good for you. And then the next thing is to really just focus on living in the present moment. And I don't mean that in like the, instant gratification kind of sense of like, oh, let's just, party like there's no tomorrow. Let's, go out drinking tonight because all we have is right now, like that. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is literally just being here and now in this very moment, which essentially is the practice of meditation. It's being present with the people who are around you. It's smelling the air that's around you right now. It's hearing the sounds that are around you, because how often do we find ourselves here physically, but spiritually and mentally somewhere else? It's often, especially if you're an overthinker like me. If you tend to think about things, right? If you tend to be up here a lot, which I'm assuming there's a lot of young men like that, it's very easy to be somewhere physically without actually being there, right? I hope that makes sense. But yeah, just learn to be here now, because unfortunately, the more time you spend worried about things that could or couldn't happen in the future, really that's just a lot of wasted time. And we don't want to waste time, because really time is very valuable. I mean, our lives are short in the grand scheme of things. So let's be here. Let's really live our lives right now. So, and I know that was so like vague or whatever, and maybe I'll make like a whole video on the actual practice of meditation if you guys want, and we can dive deeper into really how to practice being present. But I did at least want to give an overview on it. So yeah, that would be my thing, is just if let this video be your excuse, right? Like, if you're have some friends who want you to go out and drink tonight, but you're like, oh, I probably shouldn't do that, it's not really good for me. This is your excuse to treat yourself better, to start working out, to start eating healthy, and to be the person that you want to be. Because that's what this whole community is about. That's the community I want to build, is just a bunch of people who are really focused on being the best versions of themselves, and who can really live happy, fulfilled, peaceful, productive lives, so that we can give ourselves to the people around us and to the world around us, and just be good humans, right? But yeah, I mean, and the other thing too is, if you're a young person like me, I think that it's really easy to it's called catastrophizing situations, like making them a lot bigger of a deal than they actually are. So I think if you're having something that's stressing you out, the first question you should ask is this going to matter in like a month from now? And if the answer is no, then you really shouldn't be stressing about it. And if the answer is yes, if it's something that is going to matter, well, you can also take solace in the fact that there's at least been one other person to exist on planet Earth who has experienced the exact same situation that you're experiencing right now, at least in some regard. So that's just life, man. Like, we're just living the human experience. And yeah, and if you can just find a way to really ground yourself in this present moment, to spread love and kindness to other people, and take care of yourself in the world around you, then yeah, dude, it's gonna be pretty fun. You're gonna have a good life. But I hope that makes sense. I hope that this video wasn't just like a totally nonsensical ramble. I don't think it was, but I hope you find some value in it. But yeah, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.